I was not expecting an animated movie featuring the head of a dog on the body of a human being with Pete Davidson voicing the arch rival, but here we are. Honestly, I don't really have much to say about this movie because it didn't really have much of a lasting impact. The animation and art style looks really fucking good here. I mean, holy shit, this is some top-notch shit, my guy. The opening of this movie was so much fun, and I really wish we got more of those characters I was expecting, hoping to see them show up somewhere later down the line and be involved with the plot. But man, did this movie take a much more generic, boring route. We follow Dogman after a horrible explosion that causes a police officer to lose his head and the dog to lose its body. The doctors there decide that the next best thing is to combine them. And as Dogman establishes himself as the greatest cop of this town, he must go up against his arch nemesis, Petey the Cat, who plans on cloning himself and going on a crime spree. What could have been a more fun and interesting movie turned into a slow family drama about a dog wanting to have himself a family. Not that it's a bad idea, it's just so surface level and takes away all the energy that was built up from the start. There are some heartfelt moments here and there, and some of the comedy was pretty good, but for the most part, I was genuinely uninterested and kind of bored. As a matter of fact, I found myself not really wanting to write down any notes, not really focusing too much on the movie because it just was not interesting. The movie just felt so bland. It didn't really seem to have that many levels of storytelling at all. A lot of it was just predictable, cliche, and something we've seen a million times over, especially by another DreamWorks animation film. But hey, I'm not taking a shot at them. They did just release The Wild Robot, which was a fucking masterpiece, baby. Not every single one of their movies is gonna land. I get that. And unfortunately, this one ain't one of them. I don't want to make it seem like this movie is a total clusterfuck without an emotional core, because it's not. There are moments of greatness within this movie. The story with Petey the Cat and his clone, the story of Dogman, it's a whole lot of fun. It's just told in a very generic way. I spent about 10 minutes trying to figure out what else to say about this movie, but I just can't seem to figure it out. The performances are good, they're solid. It features Ricky Gervais as a fucking fish. That was also not on my bingo card of 2025, but I guess I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know about this one, y'all. I mean, the movie was fine overall. It's an okay movie if you're looking to fill some time for your kids, you know? If you're trying to find something for your kids to watch, this one works. That seemed to be the idea of the guy next to me with his family. He was just sleeping while his kids were watching, but I didn't really hear much out of them. And yet the dad was snoring for a majority of this movie, so you can imagine how that went, you know, for me, sitting next to that. To be honest, it wasn't really that big of an issue since the kids kept waking him up, and the movie was also pretty loud at certain moments, you know, a lot of flashy, crazy stuff going on. Yeah, this movie just doesn't really reach the emotional heights that it hoped to have achieved, but it's still an enjoyable movie that if you want to use as background noise, you definitely can. If you need something to distract your kids with, this one will definitely work. Alright, that's enough of me. I'll catch you guys next time.